about what happened.
Shai, what did you guys feel out there just in terms of the offense and not being able to kind of get things rolling the way that you had been the previous couple games?
Yeah, they just punched us in our face early. It's 2 games in a row. They've come out the aggressors. Last game we were able to course correct. Tonight we just didn't do so. Yeah, we gotta do a better job of starting the games. Obviously, it's a little bit more challenging when you're on the road, and we know that. But we got to go out there and do it if we wanna win games, especially against a team that good.
Never really found a rhythm or consistent rhythm tonight. What do you feel like the biggest issue was?
Like I think they just did a good job of being the aggressors. Like they were in us, forcing turnovers, being physical, and I don't think we applied the pressure back. And then like they're playing fast, getting easy buckets. They get their defense set, and like I don't care who you play, it's always harder to score against a set defense. So it's just like it's a snowball effect. But it always starts with like the aggression that you play with, and then they brought it on a way higher level than we did for most of the game.
A year ago, when you win the championship, you guys didn't have every game great. I mean, like tonight was not a great game, but you guys win last year, even with that in the rearview mirror. Are there things you learn and take with you as you look to recover from this moving forward, or just things maybe holistically about the way you guys do business do you think helps you to leave this in the rearview mirror again?
Yeah, I mean, whether you win or lose, you want to learn the lessons from the game. And when you lose, they're a little bit the lessons are a little bit louder, and that's just how we view it. Like you want to learn through the wins, but sometimes you lose, and you gotta get better. In a series, that's what it's about: getting better and being better when you're done the series and you were to start the series and giving yourself a chance. That's what we focus on.
Do you take any solace knowing that you get the split, or is this too much of a bad feeling to think that way?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a fact. The series is 2-2 and basically 0-0 in its first of 2 games now. So yeah, that I mean, it's not at the front of our mind, but it is a fact, and it is the reality of where we are. So.
You talked before about priding yourself on making your teammates better. Just what are some things you think you can do to help get Chet a little bit more involved offensively?
Yeah. I mean, Chet's an easy target to find, so probably just like find him more in the dunker or when he's spacing. Just put him in better positions to use his strengths as an offensive talent. I don't know exactly what that looks like, just because like I just got done playing, but watching film, we'll find ways for sure.
You mentioned that when he first walked through the doors, you could tell he had that mindset of wanting to constantly get better, but specifically in the face of adversity, what have you seen out of him throughout the years in terms of the way he responds from maybe a performance that doesn't meet his standards?
Yeah, Chet doesn't care about anything besides winning, and he's going to do what it takes to win. And that's his biggest skill and his biggest strength. No ego, no agenda, no nothing besides trying to go out there and win. Chet doesn't care about anything besides winning, and he's going to do what it takes to win. And that's his biggest skill and his biggest strength. No. Chet doesn't care about anything besides winning, and he's going to do what it takes to win. And that's his biggest skill and his biggest strength. No ego, no agenda, no nothing besides trying to go out there and win. And I have no doubt in my mind that Chet will go out there and get a game his all and put his full effort. And that's all you can ask from the guys. Go out there and give it their all and see where it takes them. 2 of our like handler creators are out, but guys are good off the ball, and we've played a fair amount of games this year with no handlers, so we'll be a little bit used to that. But I mean, regardless, I think it's just a snowball effect. Like I think like when you come out with the right energy, like things like that work out, and the offense has flow. And I don't think we came out with the right energy today. And then, like I just said, just trickled down, and then we were stagnant both ends. They were the aggressor. They were forcing turnovers. Like it's easy to blame like the offense, but like
Mark, we've talked a lot about,
and you can kind of expect that, but it's different when you're out there. So credit them. They outplayed us tonight. But the group we had can play a lot better than we played tonight as well. So,
Mark, 20 turnovers is the most you guys have had in any game these playoffs.
yep.
I don't know what the exact percentage of the threes was, but it was your least efficient game there. Like, how much of what happened today, at least offensively, are you considering like outlier stuff, and how much of it is like actual process?
That's the trick. I think when you play 12, we've played 12 playoff games. When you play 12 playoff games, they're not all going to be masterpieces. So as much as you want to win, there's nights where you just don't have it for whatever reason. And so maybe it was one of those nights, but you also can't like throw it away. You have to look at the process in a clear-eyed manner and see what corrections you can make. And I think some of the turnovers and some of the shooting was a result of the way we played and a result of the way they defended. I'd never take away credit from them when they played the way they did, but it's a little bit of both probably. It wasn't our night, but at the same time, we could have been a lot better, and we need to be a lot better in Game 5 when we want to compete in the game.
Mentioned earlier this series, I think it was after Game 1, that you guys don't run a lot of plays for Chet, that he gets his stuff downstream. Does that change at all if you don't have Dub and AJ? Does he need to be more of a creator?
We went to him a little bit at different times, but I just thought the overall, like the global approach offensively tonight, didn't benefit anybody. It was more of a 5-man issue, and us holistically. And again, San Antonio playing really good defense. A combination of us not being as sharp as we could have been and San Antonio being really good. But I don't know what I could have called tonight that would have changed it. It was more of like a global approach / San Antonio.
Mark, you had some clunkers in the playoffs last year.
Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. It's over, Jenny.
But bounce back.
Yep.
I'm wondering if there's anything you think the guys will take away from that experience, but also knowing it's a different team, do you feel like something holistically about just this bunch, what they know, helps you guys in that regard?
Yeah, I think we got some wisdom there, obviously, and even from these playoffs, there's a reason we talk about getting to 0 every game. We played great the other night, and in Game 2, we went and earned those 2 wins, and none of that carried over tonight. And nothing from tonight will carry over in Game 5. So that's a blank slate. We have